Happy New Year, Lunar Ladies. Welcome to a brand new year, January 1st, 2024, the year of the Wood Dragon. So stay tuned for more of what's happening this year astrologically in the living sky, as well as the energies and powers that we can tap into individually and as part of a group community. So stay tuned, stay where you are in the Lunar Ladies community throughout the year. But I wanted to give you something to play with at this time of the year when we're setting intentions and we're having fun, we're tuning in, we're like, what's this year going to be like for me, right? And we can look at your natal chart and go, okay, these are the transits happening throughout your chart that are going to be bringing you opportunities for growth, expansion, maybe challenges to empower you, or fortunate things that you want to be on the lookout for so that you can align yourself with. That's always the fun part of making your natal chart come to life, is like looking at what's passing through your chart as far as we call the planetary transits. And in the Lunar Ladies community, I'll be with Irma Kay at Cosmic Weather. And we're also going to be talking about the highlights for 2024. But I just want to give you a little sneak peek. 2024 is going to highlight Pluto in Aquarius and Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus. Now, Jupiter will be the star because he's the fastest of all of those planets, because he's closest to the sun and closest to the Earth. So he has more of a pull. And Saturn is, Jupiter and Saturn are the more the ancient planets that we've been watching. Pluto is a more of a modern world planet. But Jupiter will be conjuncting Uranus in Taurus, so that'll be a huge energy. And then it's going to move into Gemini for 12 months. When it moves into Gemini, it starts to form a square with Saturn and Pisces. This is called a mutable square. It's about refining, redoing, polishing, making things better. Jupiter is planet of expansion. Saturn is planet of contraction. So we'll have opposing forces kind of churning us and molding us. So just be on the lookout for how that shows up for you in your natal chart, as well as what does it feel like? What does it look like? But I'll be helping you and guiding you throughout the year to help with you build your awareness. But for now, Pluto in Aquarius, Pluto going into Aquarius is going to activate the 0-point field of Aquarius that Jupiter and Saturn set into motion in 2020 on winter solstice. Now for Jupiter, it's a 12-year cycle. And we're going to be that first square, we're going to be feeling, it feels the same as a first quarter moon. And that's all about a square, building tension so that you want to build more energy in the system to make a change. So what do you want to change in 2020, or what needs refining, redoing, remodeling, right? So I created a worksheet, and you can have some fun with it today or this week, this month, and really see what comes out. I'll show you my example, but first let's go ahead and look at the worksheet itself. Okay. So here comes the worksheet, and I'll leave a link where you can download it for free. So this is yours as a guide. So here we have 2024, and pick a word for the year. And some of you be like, wow, I can't pick just one word. Well, you could do this multiple times. So pick a word for your year that holds the energy of your intention. Or what is it you want more of? Or what do you want to let go of things that no longer work for you and replace it with something that does? So if you're in the mode of letting go, have the backup plan. What are you replacing it with? So letting go comes in two parts: let go and replace, release and replace. So I just want you to make sure that you don't forget to replace the energy that you're letting go of with the energy you're bringing in. So find a word for the year, and it could be something you meditate on. It could be like a sign that comes from your angels and guides, or maybe someone shares it with you. So you got your word for the year. Then I want you to find a color or a gradient of color. What's the color frequency of that word? When you think of that word, what color comes to mind? So fill in the color there. When you think of that word, what animal comes to mind? Who's an animal in nature that really embodies that word, the energy of that word. So pick a power animal. Then we're going to go pick a plant. What plant? And it could be a favorite plant of yours, or maybe a plant that really holds the frequency of that word. And then finally, we'll pick a place in the world. It could be nearby, could be a place you want to go to, or a place that, you know, when you think of that word, you really had the place, or that place in the world has the energy of that word. Okay, and so what you're doing with the 4 elements are you're grounding it. 4s are very foundational. So it's going to be grounding that word for you for the year. And you can always tune into the color as a meditation, or work with a power animal, or the spirit of the plant, the wisdom of the plant, or even grow that plant, or do the flower essence of that plant, or take the herb of that plant. And then finally, the place. Hopefully you can go to that place, or you spend time in meditation in the astro traveling to that place, or go to a place nearby you that reminds you of that place and spend time. So this is how you're going to ground the energy of that word. Okay, and the 5th piece to kind of bring it into manifestation is a really fun exercise, and it's you can create a sigil with the word. And so how you create a sigil, and a sigil basically is a symbol, or you know, an artwork or symbol, or just, you know, something that has the energy of the word. So what you do is you take your word and delete all the vowels. So write the word down, take all the vowels out, just delete them. And then any repeating letters in the word. So if there is, you know, 2 S's, 2 L's, get rid of 1. And so you only want to be left with consonants that don't repeat. So then you take those letters and you create an image or symbol. Weave your symbol with the color, the plant, the animal, and the place. This brings power to you for the year to embody your word. So it becomes like a talisman, or something that reminds you, that holds the energy of what you're bringing in for 2024. So you can go to the link, download this guide, this worksheet to help you do the exercise. It's really fun. So let's go. I'm going to share with you what I created, and just so you can see how it plays out. Okay, let me just find here we go. 2024, my word of the year was wholeness. And this is a word that was actually given to me by a very dear friend, and I have to give her a call and thank her for the gift. So I'm going to embody this word this year. This is my word, wholeness. So as I was tuning into the word, I go, okay, well, what color holds the energy of wholeness to me? And of course, came up with green, because green is like whole health and wealth and wellness energy. So I did a color gradient of green. So green's my color. That's my power color this year. So I'm going to wear green. I'm going to tune into the color green. I'm going to put green around my house, or in my room, on my altar. Green. So I'm going with the green. But I like the gradients, because I'm a Gemini moon, a Gemini rising. I need variety. So I need a variety of gradients of green. I can't just stick to one color. I need a multiple colors of green. And so then I tuned into what's an animal that I like, that, you know, has holds a big space for me, that embodies the energy of wholeness. And what came to me was an orca. And orcas are one of my power animals. I love them so much. I dream of them. They are a big part of my spiritual path. And when I think of orca, I think of the pod. They're the largest of the dolphin family. They live in family pods. They work together, and they're like a whole unit that operates very harmonically as a group. So I really love that energy. I want to be part of that energy. I want to, you know, bring more of that. That's a wholeness state for how do I, you know, be with myself and relate to others. So that's a big power animal symbol for me. Of course, when I probably think of the animal, I'll think of the pod of orcas, not just one. Okay, and the plant. So of course, I have to pick more than one plant. So when I think of plant energy in regards to the word wholeness, I think of a garden, a vegetable garden. So it's healthy, it's green, variety of plants, their food sources, their medicine, they're something I can nurture and take care of and be accountable and responsible for. I have to guard, I have to water it, I have to weed it, I have to set it up. Last year I planted my vegetable garden and I did it kind of late. So, I learned a lot from that experience. So now I'm going to plant it early. Maybe I'll even start some seeds, really get into the energy of growing a garden from start to finish. That to me is a wholeness energy. And then finally, the place. I was thinking of, I love the Irish beaches. I think they are some of the most beautiful places. They have this beautiful blue-green water. Ireland is a green country and this white sandy beaches. And you have cliffs and beautiful hikes. And that feels like a wholeness space for me. So I picked a beach in Ireland to embody the word wholeness. Okay, so now I've got my four elements grounding the energy of this word. And so the next thing I'll do, I haven't done it yet, but I just want to show you what I'm going to do with the word wholeness. I deleted all the vowels and the repeating letters. So there were two S's. So I got rid of the O, the E, and the extra S. So now I'm left with 5 letters. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a symbol or some kind of drawing that incorporates these 5 letters. Now, when you create a sigil, it's a power talisman that's just for you, and maybe only you will see it. But it could be something that you draw, that you doodle throughout the year. When I figure out what my drawing, my sigil symbol will be, I'm going to use it and maybe place it over these images or create some kind of collage that'll be a piece of artwork that just holds the energy of this year for me. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you as a way that you can tune in and celebrate January 1st and pick a word, find the spirit of the place, a power animal, a plant, and a color for how this word shows up on multiple levels of consciousness, and bring it into your personal space and work with it throughout the year. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for doing the exercise. And if you're in the Lunar Ladies Facebook community, why don't you go over there and share some of what you discovered? We'd be more than happy to celebrate your word with you. Okay, take care. Happy 2024.